What up, everybody? This your boy B Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Rambles with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week, or however you listen to podcasts. If you're a first-time listener, I'd like to thank you oh so much for giving my podcast a try. And if anybody recommended you to me, go ahead and take your social media app of choice and craft them a DM telling them thank you for recommending you to me. I mean, if you want to go by the old rule of thanking someone, what I would suggest is give them a crisp high five. But since we're in a era of social distancing and heavy sanitation and everything, you do that at your own risk. I'm not telling you to do it, but if you're going to do it, because I know you some daggone hard-headed motherfuckers out there anyway, not wearing your mask, not fucking, sanitizing your hands, washing your hands. Matter of fact, I Walmart the other day in my PPE mask and everything like that. I went to the bathroom because I had to go. I came straight from work. I didn't have time. I just had to hurry up and go, and I had to pee. And I went in there, did my business, washed my hands, and somebody was just blowing up the stall next to me, just dropping big doo-doo bombs and everything. I mean, it sounded like a mixtape in there. Flex was dropping the bombs, just like. And I'm in there washing my hands. Dude come out the thing, slam the stall door, and walk straight out into the Walmart. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? But anyway, once again, if you're going to give that person that crisp high five, sanitize beforehand. Maximize your distance. You want to get arms length away and just enough to where you can make hand contact. Just bam, one tap. And then after that, sanitize after. Then get 6 feet away from that motherfucker and go home. Speaking of social media, you can find the Random Rounds with Rob on various social media platforms to include Twitter at 3R Show, Instagram at The 3R Show, Twitch, twitch.tv/3R Show, and YouTube. Look up 3R Show. And for anything that I may have missed, you can go to randomrob.com, and everything is there posted for you to see and enjoy and take into your brain housing group and process it as knowledge, or just dump that shit out like the rest of the trash you take in on a daily basis. Joining me once again, a man well-traveled of the world, a survivor, a man that is here to tell a story about being mentally ill and his resilience to overcome obstacles and persevere. And I'm loud and I'm hype and shit because I can be that way because I got soundproof padding on my wall, and I hope I ain't blowing out nobody earbuds, fucking up their Alexas and their Siris. Siri! My shit didn't go off, so I guess I did it right. Siri, play the Random Rambles with Rob. Alexa, add the Random Rambles with Rob to your favorites. I heard that's a little trick I learned. But anyway, join me once again for the umpteenth million time, because every time he come here, it's a story about progression. It's a story about growth, finding a new path, trying to find a new avenue of approach, look at things differently. Freaking, man, I hurt my head. I was yelling. Ow, I got him. Ow. I'm for real, I'm not faking. Man, let me get Toni Cosner. Goddamn, you here with me? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Let me mentally put myself back in the scope. All that yelling and shit.
That was a good intro.
Oh,
you got to collect your thoughts now. They all scrambled.
I know. I could have been better, but I fucked it up. Anyway, man, it's great to have you back. Glad to see that you're doing well and everything, surviving this dreaded COVID times and everything. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I forgot what I was talking about. I think it was a movie or some shit or whatever. And I was like, yeah, man, I remember going to the theater, and that was in February of this year. It felt like it was so long ago. I was like in the before time to when we went outside our homes and went to other and populated in masses and talked to each other one-on-one and shit.
It's different when you can't go anywhere, huh? It's different. Life is different when you're stuck in the same location all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it varies for individual to individual, but like for me personally, I mean, I dig it because I mean, all the shit I like is here in my home. I would rather be home than anywhere else. But I mean, to that point though, it's just sometimes the old lady want to go out somewhere nice and eat, and
interact. So that's what I've been like, because I've been quarantined for fucking well over a year, almost a year and a half now. So I don't know why people are complaining. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just I do want to get out. I want to go socialize and have a drink with a young lady.
Hmm.
You know, not too young,
Yeah.
18 and up.
Yeah. Legally. Yeah, legally. Wait a
18 and
minute.
up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, let's rewind that back. Oh no, we might have to edit that out. We can't have drinks with ladies that are 18.
Oh yeah, 21 and up.
21 and up. There
21
we
and
go.
up. Yeah, that was a brain fart.
Yes.
My
I mean,
my brain's fratulating.
I know mine's coming back to me just now after all that yelling. So I was able to catch that. It might have
Caught it.
flew by if I didn't recenter myself.
I forgot all about 18 and the 18-year-old drinking limit thingy. I forgot.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's been so long that I forgot there was a drinking limit.
Yeah, see, it's in the before times.
The before times, yeah. Good old days.
But last time you was here, you was talking about writing a book and
Yeah.
getting it together and putting it out into the world for everybody to enjoy. Here today, as I sit and we speak to you, as I have my Amazon browser open, I got your Instagram open. I see the cover looking very stylish with your curled mustache and your beard and everything.
Yeah.
And the book is actually live. It is real life. You can touch it, you can smell it, or you can read it in audio form and whatnot.
No. In ebook form. Audio form's coming.
We had that damn correction a
Yeah.
while ago too.
Yeah.
Book, audio book is all electronic. That's the confusion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming though. It's coming. It might not be the best read. I mean, I try to sound interesting, but you know, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things but it's coming from me, the person who wrote the book. It's a person's life. It's me. And yeah, the book's live. I finally finished it. It's really tough finishing the book, man. But it gave me a sense of completion, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I've had you here numerous times, and we've been through many phases of your life, from being on your own at a young age, being homeless, relationships, kids, and everything, and just uprooting from Cali, and you in Indiana now, right?
Yeah. I'm in Centerville, in the middle of nowhere.
That's ironic, Andy. You say Centerville in the
Yeah.
middle of
Nowhere.
center.
Yeah.
Is
I think that's where it got its name from. I don't know if you've seen the video I put on Instagram of the drone. I did a big drone shot of everything around me, and there's nothing around me but fucking crops for miles. You can't see a building for miles.
Well, at least you got some edibles and stuff. You can go out there and pick up a string bean or something and chew on it, or if you go out to Cali and be out in the middle of nowhere, they ain't shit but cactus.
This is desert and fucking Joshua trees and all that. Yeah.
Oh, Joshua tree.
They're called Joshua trees. There's not that many cactuses in Cali, but there are what's called Joshua trees. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, there's a town called Joshua Tree that I'm very familiar with, and it's very depressing.
Yeah, so it's named after the tree. So the town represents the tree. Very sad tree.
Yeah.
Very lonely tree.
In a very sad and lonely location and whatever.
I had a girlfriend up there. At one point. I think it was like 2011, 2012. I was dating her. She was older than me. She was probably in her 30s, and I was like 24 or something. And there was a bunch of meth heads up there. It's no good. Nothing good was happening up there, man.
I mean, that sounds like you can make a TV show out there. Like I think another lonely out the way place was Jericho, and I think they made a TV show called Jericho and everything. And I can imagine them making a Netflix series called Joshua Tree.
Yeah, that would be equivalent to Shameless. It'd be like a Shameless type TV show.
I have never seen that. Is it good?
No, it's pretty good. It's like if you haven't lived that crazy ghetto life like that, because it's kind of ghetto, but it's real life. There's people who live like that where you have all these kids, the parents are non-existent, and the oldest kid is taking care of everyone.
Yeah.
And there's drugs, sex, alcohol, violence. That shit's all real. I've lived it. I've lived a life like that.
So would that be a shameless plug?
Oh, dang. Nice.
But man, let's get more into the process, because I know we was talking about the actual. It was more like I felt like we was actualizing the last time you was here about the book and trying to put it in and everything. But now that it's here, it's a physical thing, or electronic thing or whatever platform you choose to get it from. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you feel this sense of completion and everything, elation and whatnot, but do you feel like the journey in being a writer now? You're an author. Is Do you feel that's complete or is that over?
Uh, no, I feel like there's another book in me. I definitely feel like, because this book was just a memoir. It was just, and it's kind of scary too at the same time publishing this book, because it's got things I've never even talked about on podcast in it. Stuff about me that's super personal that I keep to myself and I don't tell anybody. And I feel like that's caused me some psychological harm. And I think that's why I wanted to write the book.
Okay.
That way, let's say I want to meet a girl and I like her, but I'm too afraid to tell her everything in person. I just hand her a book and say, read the book.
Here's a pamphlet. This is my resume. It's just...
Yeah. Yeah. And then come talk to me when you're done. I mean, there's probably, I'd say if you used to be an avid listener of my show, there's probably only like one thing in there that would be shocking. And one other thing that would be like, I kind of thought that would happen.
Okay.
I thought he would get into something like that. But it's still not something I talk about freely.
So what has been the transition, leaving your Cali home and ending up in the center of Centerville?
It's been hard, dude. It's been real hard. Honestly, like I've been to, up until the last, I don't know, maybe month and a half, 2 months, I've been miserable. Like not like cartoony miserable. I've been like literally miserable, depressed, dude. I would sleep all day. I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't do anything. I just lay on my couch and eat and just hate my life. Like that was the most constant thought that I had, is like, I hate my life. And it would be constantly rolling around in my head. I was like, I fucking hate my life. But I got on medication and it alleviated the symptoms of depression. So, because I was on medication before I left Cali, I had just started for the first time in my life to be on medication.
Trying to take care of yourself, man.
Yeah, and you got to do what you got to do. And it sucked because, right when I lost my house, the pandemic starts, and it's just, I lose my job. A couple months later, Bob dies. I lose the house. Pandemic starts, and then so I've been literally unemployed for over a year now. Over a year, I've been unemployed, and I've been applying everywhere here. There's plenty of work here, but nobody wants to hire me because I got these fucking gaps in my resume. Makes me look irresponsible, and it's like I can't just tell the hiring HR manager to read my book.
Yeah, that's the only
it's
place
like,
you
read
can't
my
go.
book.
Like, here's my resume.
Yeah, read my book. It's the only way you'll be able to understand me, because otherwise you'll just think I'm just some irresponsible guy you can't rely on, and that's not true about me.
Yeah,
I'm one of the most reliable people. It's just that like Bukowski said, I've been given a shit life. It's that simple, and I've made the best of it. I still am making the best of it. And I don't think it's nowhere near the completion of my life. That's why I think there's another book in me. The next book it's either going to be a story, a fictional story, or it's going to be a philosophy book.
Or I mean, let's travel down that fictional path or whatever. I mean, what would be the concept? You got anything rolling around in there that you want to kind of the storyboard right now?
It'd probably be a fictional story based off a point in my life, probably with a significant other, and dealing with the chaos. So like it'd be more story time of a part of the book, of the memoir, like maybe high school after college, joining the military, like when I was with Naomi, and it would be a story of that time, but it'd be fictional. So
and that's Naomi Campbell for everybody that's listening, Supermodel actress.
Yeah. She left me for the modeling career.
Yeah, it's all going to be in the next book, so don't worry about it. We ain't gonna bury the lead here.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, it's scary, dude. But I mean, I paid for some promotion on some Kindle ebook website, and yeah, now I'm just waiting. I got faith, and I'm waiting for shit to happen. I spent, well, I don't know, maybe 9 months waking up every morning, typing 1,000 words a day, just typing, and then I sent it to my high school teacher. She's in the book. She was a big part of my high school life. And then she sent me back her things that she thought needed to be fixed. Then I fixed it. Then I edited it. Then I paid $1,000 for another guy to edit it. Then I had to re-edit it after him to make sure everything made sense. So, and then I published it, man. I did the artwork for it. I did everything, you know.
Very mama shaped God hole feel.
God shaped mommy home.
Yeah.
You feel the vibe, right? It's got the same consistent theme.
Mm-hmm. The yellow.
You know what it is? It's the colors and the typefaces. Yeah. They're the same.
It's the yellow and black, man. That's yep. Like your thing since I started, you know, connecting with you and everything.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's just you did it. You fucking made something, man. And it's just fucking crazy. I'm still toiling around with mine, man. I got some stuff down or whatever, and I'm not like really trying to make it like how you did yours, you know, about life shit. I mean, it'll have some of those elements in there, but mine is more purely to say that, hey, I wrote a book, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be random as shit, you know. It's gonna have pictures, hand drawings, handwriting, typeface. It's gonna have all that shit in there. It's just gonna be like I took a handful of papers and just, all right, so we got a book.
That's gonna be an interesting book. Every page is gonna be different.
Yeah, it is like I wanted to be like that on purpose, just because it's the purpose of the book is to say that I wrote a book. You know? So it's not gonna be consistent. Page one will be like, oh yeah, man, I went to the mall and we had a good time, and that's when I figured out that I was a shoplifter and a kleptomaniac. And then the next page will be like, yeah, fuck my baby mama. You know? And then the next one will be about the podcast and shit, and you know, it'll be all over.
Yeah,
you know?
It'll be all ADHD.
Yeah,
because all over the place.
Really, because that's how the thought process is. It's like I'm sitting there trying to type something and be like, ooh, a butterfly, and I'm over here fucking with shit over here. Then man, I gotta tune this on my computer. And,
squirrel.
Know, exactly. I should, you know what? That'd be a good gimmick too. It's just like get real in depth in the story, or whatever. I mean, it was a bright summer's day. The wind was a calm 75 degrees or some shit, and just like get real into the minutia of telling the story, and just be like squirrel, and it just be a blank page the rest of the half of the page, and it just flip to the next page, and it's like a picture of a squirrel. It's just all kind of stupid shit.
That would be funny, dude.
Hell yeah,
that'd be funny.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna type it down now. I'm gonna add that.
That's hilarious. Oh man.
But for me, man, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
You know what it sounds like to me? What your book would be? It sounds like your book would be a coffee book table, a coffee table book.
Yes, and that would be
one of those
a random coffee book table book.
There you go. Yeah, because I mean, those are things. Coffee table books where it's like they're designed specifically for someone to pick up and just like you could flip through it and be like, what the hell? Read one page and next thing you know, there's a squirrel. That would be really fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I know somebody who likes squirrels a lot too. She was a former guest of mine, Sabrina Fowler. She's a singer up there out of, I think, Canada or some shit. And she is just like in love with squirrels. You go to her Instagram, it's just squirrels all over the place, feeding them peanuts. She even made a picnic table, squirrel size, so they can come eat peanuts at the little picnic table and shit.
That's hilarious.
It is, man. And
that's hilarious.
So we talk about the pandemic and everything, and just kind of waking up, doing the day-to-day grind, you know, trying to create the book and whatnot. I mean, we was talking before we started recording properly. You packed on a good 30 pounds, man. What you feeling like? How you feeling?
I think that was a big, giant part of my depression. That's one thing I noticed, man. That's one thing I noticed because you know, you knew me before I got healthy. You knew me right when I started getting healthy, and then when I got healthy, and then I got unhealthy again, and now here I am. So I noticed that if I'm not eating healthy, and if I'm not fasting, and I'm not doing the routine stuff, exercising, being the psycho that I am in that respect, then I'm miserable. I won't be happy. It probably won't even matter what's going on in my life. If I'm not doing those things, I won't feel happy, you know, because I'm starting to feel better. You know, I started to come out of my depression the moment I started going to the gym again. As soon as I started going to the gym again, I started feeling good. And then I doubled down on it. I fucking paid for this new gym, which is super dope. It's called Family Fitness Works out here in Indiana. Super nice. They got everything you could think of. And the biggest sell point on me was the sauna. I'd be sitting in the sauna for like 20 minutes, sitting there just sweating, just sweating. There's something about putting negative physical pain on myself that takes away the mental and emotional pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Something about it.
and then that sauna is just kind of like washing it away, just getting it all
Yeah,
out your pores and everything, just
yeah.
releasing it.
I legit just sit there cross-legged and meditate. I don't even talk. I just sit there and just drip,
I hope,
drip.
yeah, I hope you pull your towel down so nobody want to walk
Oh
in the
no,
ball sack.
I'm in my boxers. I'm in my boxers. I leave with wet boxers, bro.
I remember you when you was doing like your, it was I call it your personal trainer phase and whatnot.
Oh, I still want to do that.
You was working out heavy and everything. You was posting the progress and whatnot. And what I noticed about you, man, you had them lats, man. You
I got great lats.
yes, you had some.
I got great lats.
Call them laticals, laticals.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of like my weak spots as far as my symmetrical body part. It's my traps, my delts, and my biceps. I got good triceps. I got great forearms. I got as far as my core goes. When I don't have this belly, I'm solid symmetrically. But I have weak delts and weak fucking biceps. But my lats, when I do my lat spread, man, solid. Looks good. It's got this perfect little V going on.
Like you can fly away and shit.
Yeah. Proud to be an American. There's a flag behind me.
Fucking goddamn Cosmic Eagle.
Go to the room.
They named the species after you.
Go to the room. Go to the room. God.
Hey,
anyways,
kids be like that.
They are, especially him. The
I
inability to listen. That is his resume. The inability to listen. There is none ability. It's frustrating, man. And I'm doing it all by myself with this kid. I get no help from no one.
Hey, man, I've been there. I've been there with two of them. At least you got the one, you know.
Oh man.
And then at the time, mine was one of them was in diapers, and oh man, that shit was horrible, man.
Diapers. I forgot about that phase.
Hey,
I got him out of diapers quick. I told him better learn how to shit on that toilet.
I said, yeah, man, we try to push those days out of the memory banks or whatever. Because oh man, I remember one time, because I was still in the military doing that shit. I would wake up early ass, take them to daycare, go to work all day, pick them up from daycare, and daggone come home, try to feed them, get them ready for daycare the next day, and do it. Vicious cycle, just me and two kids. And I just
that's stressful.
I was tired as fuck, still in my uniform. We all on the couch watching cartoons and shit. And then I just pass out. And then I wake because the little one, the boy was up under my arm, and the other one was on the other couch. We were just sitting there watching cartoons, and I was out.
Yeah.
And I wake up, and he was gone. I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's scary.
And then he come running up to me or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, there he is." Hands full of shit. No diaper.
Oh no.
And I was like, "What the fuck is your diaper?" And then I look over at the oldest child. She's still on the couch sleep. He done put his doo-doo all in her hair and everything.
Oh
no.
No. That's crazy.
Horrible times. Horrible.
Oh man. Wow. What'd she do when she woke up?
Well, it's just like I didn't say anything. I just woke up because she was sleeping, and I just put her in the tub, and it's like wash.
Yeah. Oh no. That's
like,
crazy.
Oh, why, son? Why?
Yeah, that's always the question. It's always why.
Same boy. Many moons later, when he was a little bit older, a little more cognitive thought, he could form words and speak sentences, kind of. We were playing kickball. He got hitting the nuts with the ball. He's like, my pants.
That's funny.
That's just funniest.
Yeah, my son says that.
You hitting the nuts and be like, my pants.
My pants. My son goes balls. My balls.
My balls. Man, at that point, man, he ain't got no ball. It's just a little puff of air in there. He just
Poof.
little, little
Yeah.
puff sack and whatnot. But we got the book here. I'm still vibing off the color scheme and everything.
It's a good book. It's a good book cover, right? Like
It is.
yeah.
I really like it. Can you tell me about that day that you took that picture? Because
Yeah.
Was it really associated with the book, or was it just a picture that you had in the archive?
Just a picture that I had in the archive, man. Fredo wanted to build his portfolio for his photography, so he picked me, Ruby, and Jude up and took us out to go take pictures up on the north end of San Bernardino, and we did. And that's just one of the pictures that was in there.
Word.
I think was that the north end of San Bernardino? Yeah, that was the north end. Yeah, because there was a few places we went. We went to Riverside once to do some photos for some phone case company.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a bunch of photos that day too. But I think that one is from on the north end. But yeah, I don't even talk to that guy no more. He ghosted me after his little project failed because of his terrible leadership. I asked him if he wanted me to take over. He said no. And that's what happens when you let ego run the business. Don't let ego run the business. You don't. But I digress. I digress. I don't talk to anybody anymore, actually. Just like 2 people from San Bernardino I still talk to is my friend Victor, my friend Justin. My friend Justin's the one who's the drummer. I don't know if you've seen that video where I tried to make a drum video of him drumming, but the fucking audio and the video didn't line up, so it looked funky.
Oh man, I had that issue with my old computer trying to freaking edit videos on an iPad from a cell phone and shit. And
Yeah. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Look like a kung fu movie and shit. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's where all those tricks come from. That's why you have that clicker thing in movies, because the audio and the video's rolling and you click it so the sound and the video link up. That's the whole reason.
I just found that out not too long ago. I mean, you would think that would be a thing that everybody had knowledge to or whatever. I thought it was just a cool thing for them to mark their shit.
No, yeah, it's a way to keep track of what video it is, what take it is, and when to line it up in the editing.
Yeah, because I was recording with the homie Paul from the Bloke Busters podcast. He's like, all right, I'm gonna sync the audio. When I clap my hands,
Yeah,
we'll go after that. I was like, oh, that makes so much fucking sense. Because here I am scribbling down. All right, it's 2 minutes.
It's this time.
35.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then sometimes I don't give a fuck and I just let it ride.
It's a cool learning curve though. I mean, you got it down, man. I've seen your production so far and it's looking real good. Your production's looking real good.
Working on
Proud of you, man. You stuck to it all these years. You're way more consistent than I am. My life is so hectic that when I get depressed, I don't want to do nothing. That's why I lost all my fans and all my listeners. And my show's just a prehistoric thing that used to exist in the past. I want to start it again, but I just don't know I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I just don't know. I don't know what to talk about.
And more or less now for me, man, it's just like I wouldn't say I'm looking toward the future, but I'm kind of thinking about the day because I know this ain't gonna last forever. And I was just like, what am I gonna do when this is done? Because I've been doing it for so long. January would be 6 years.
Damn, yeah.
And
yeah, you're right. That would have been 6 years for me too if I didn't stop.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
that's a long time, man. That's a real long time.
I know.
I was talking to Jody. Jody's already getting paid by sponsors and shit.
Yeah, selling toilet booty splashes.
The booties. The booties.
Yeah, the little butthole wetters.
Good for him, man. I hit him up to try to. He has like constant episodes, and he has like a month's worth of backlog shows in the queue. Try to get him to sneak me in the front of the queue. Help promote my book. So he said he would. He said he would, but who knows? He's got his own thing going on. What happened?
I said that motherfucker Jody B. He is forevermore labeled as that motherfucking Jody B.
That motherfucker.
I don't even remember.
I love Jody B.
I don't even remember the first time I called him that. I'm gonna have to pull him up and daggone ask him because I know he remember.
Yeah,
I'm at to research that. I have to go back into the 3R show archive.
Man, that was probably the second episode. How, how long ago did I meet Jody B? What, 2-3 years ago?
I don't know. It might have been longer than that, man. Time is just like.
It's crazy, man. Because I met you, what, 2014, 2015?
No, it had to be after that because I didn't start podcasting until 2016.
So it must have been 2016, yeah.
So, hold on. So it's anywhere between late 2016 and 2017 when all this happened. Because I mean, everybody that we talked to, like you, Ray, freaking Sean from Horribly Awkward, and
Sean started his again. I know that.
Yeah, and it's
That's
just
good.
like all that little group of people. Ray, Naked Pork.
I miss Ray. I sent him a message on Skype. He never messaged me back.
Oh man,
I haven't heard nothing from Ray in forever.
I don't think he do the Skype shit no more, man. I have his fucking phone number, and I would text him.
I sent him a message. I sent him a text message on his phone too, I think. I just asked him how he was doing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hit and miss with him because I text him too, and I won't hear from him for like a couple of weeks. If I do that, I will more likely hear from his wife before I hear from him, and then I'll be like,
she's more active.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, tell Ray that I text his punk ass. And he's like, okay, and then he would text me back like a couple days later.
Yeah, I want to talk to him again. I haven't talked to him in so long.
Yeah, but
I miss talking to him.
They're making freaking edibles and candles and all kinds of
things. Good for them. Doing that holistic artisan shit.
I'm waiting for they're making edibles, they're making candles. I'm waiting for them to figure out a way to make an edible candle. You know, that's what I'm at.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, remember the old school wax lips candies and shit? That's wax.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get the red lips, like the kiss lips, and then you get the Dracula.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if it burns though. That was such a long time ago, man. I wonder if that was even healthy for you.
Probably not.
Probably not. That's probably why they don't really make them anymore. I haven't seen those things in forever.
Yeah, I haven't seen those since I was a child. I know they was nasty, but it was fun to chew on or whatever. Because kids chew on some shit.
Give the kids some wax.
Yeah, man. Put that shit on wax.
I can't wait for this nonsense pandemic to be over.
Yeah, everybody talking about, 2020 is the worst year ever. I mean, it is in certain aspects or whatever, but shit, 2021 ain't really distant in the sense that it's not putting a real big distance between 2020 right now. I mean, it's not like it's just,
20 and 2021 is exactly the same.
Yeah, it's not like the clock gonna
start I hate it, man.
Midnight and
I hate it.
All done.
It's upsetting. It's really upsetting. The whole mask thing, having to wear masks, like if you study the viral stuff, virology and the PPE, the type of PPE you need to protect yourself from it, nobody's wearing it. Nobody's wearing the proper PPE to protect themselves. And yet some places be acting like communist, socialist Gestapos if you ain't wearing a mask. But it's like, you're forcing me to do something just because somebody said to do it, not because it keeps anybody safe. Like if they said you had to wear N95 or it's like special mask that was proven to prevent it, I'd be like, all right, I'm all for it. But since I know the science and I studied and I know it's not helping nobody, I feel like we're living in a time when the Nazi soldiers were like, oh, we're just doing our job. We're just doing our job. How the fucking Jews had to wear armbands to identify themselves or whatever. I don't know. It just feels wrong in my gut. Feels wrong. And plus, 8% of our DNA is made up of viruses anyways.
I mean, it ain't killing me. They say, put it on, all right, whatever. I mean, I'm trying to make some cool ones.
A lot of people made a gang of money making masks. A lot of people made money. I had my buddy who made my mask. They were sitting in there like a Chinese sweatshop, just pumping out masks on their kitchen table. Yeah. I hugged somebody the other day that had the coronavirus. Had it. They have it. Mm-hmm. She has pneumonia in both of her lungs. But if you follow everything that's going on, if you get pneumonia, you automatically have COVID. I don't care what anybody says. But I gave her a hug because somebody died. That's something else fucked me up this week. Guy overdosed in his trailer, and I was supposed to help him get healthy. This is really big dude, really obese.
Yeah.
He was depressed, and I was like, hey, man, I can help you out. And then we were supposed to do it on the 25th of October, but he never hit me up. And then, Saturday he's dead in his trailer. dead, heroin overdose.
Ugh.
And then, the lady, she comes out screaming and crying. I'm holding her and hugging her. And she's like, no, don't. I don't want to get you sick. And I was like, I ain't going to get sick. Don't worry about me. See, I have faith. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it's from God or from my knowledge, but I know I'm not going to get sick. I ain't been sick in over 6 years. I ain't been sick. I don't care what anybody says. I barely get a sore throat. Get scratchy. I don't know what I do, but it goes away. I don't get sick, man.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of like that. It's just like it's hard for me to get sick, but when I get sick, it's just like the worst shit ever, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's fucking horrible. It's a goddamn chore, is what it is.
I think 2013 was the last. 2013 or 2012 was the last time I got sick like that.
It was.
Hey, man, be quiet. I was like in bed for like 3 days. I was like sweating, drenched. Bed was wet. I was like, oh, like it was bad. It was one of those bad sicknesses, like the flu, but real bad.
Yeah, I think I got kind of nervous earlier on because it was when the word was starting to get out about the whole COVID thing and all that stuff. I got sick, and I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
wow, this is weird. It just came out of nowhere too. And
Yeah.
Like what, February and March? I mean, hey man, this ain't no. It's not really cold. It's not really hot. I mean, in Houston, there's always some weird weather, but I was like,
Yeah.
it just hit me out of nowhere, and I was just like, I had a runny nose and like cold like shit and everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't shake it, man. It was just like it wouldn't get the hell up off me. And then all of a
That could have
sudden,
been it. You could have had it.
yeah.
But that's my point. That's my
Yeah, that's
point. Like, and it's good. It's good that you got it. You know why? Because now you don't even need a vaccine because your body created its own antibodies. Because that's all a vaccine is. You're introducing part of the genetic material from the RNA into the body. The body sends out fucking white blood cells to attack it. Once it attacks it, they recognize the sequences. They create antibodies. Once those sequences enter your body again, your body releases the antibodies and destroys them.
Yeah.
That's all a vaccine is. So it's like they're freaking out anytime there's a case. That's why rising case numbers. But how many people are dying? That's the real question. How many people are actually dying from it? Not like had a heart attack but also had COVID, or pneumonia but also had COVID. Like, you look into this stuff and you're just like, now this shit is skeptical. If you're a critical thinker, you're just like the skeptical. And I'm not trying to like, it sucks for people who are immune compromised or elderly people who, that's scary. It's the same thing with the flu. When the flu was real bad, it was the older people and babies, people with weaker immune systems. It's the same thing with corona. But this one, they're treating like it's a plague, like it's an actual bubonic plague, where if you get it, you start getting fucking big old boils on your skin. You can't walk no more. You become a leper on the outside of Walmart. You're out there begging for change because you got the coronavirus.
Well, shit, I mean, I'm outside of Walmart begging for change anyway. Come on, man. I got to take advantage of these rollbacks, baby. Give me some change.
Yeah. Oh, and hand sanitizer. That's not good.
Yeah,
I don't know. No, it's terrible because you ruin your skin flora, the bacteria and enzymes that are on your skin that make you healthy. That's another thing I learned from Dr. Rhonda Patrick on Joe Rogan's podcast when they were talking about that gut flora, skin flora. That's why, like, when you shake someone's hand, you're sharing those things with each other, and it's like a weird bond on a sub fucking molecular level, and like this whole thing I got 5% battery left. The whole thing that's been going on, it's like they're trying to take away humanism. They're trying to take away the connection of humanity, and it bothers me because closeness is what makes us bond. You know what I mean? Shaking hands, hugging, kissing, stuff like that. And this whole thing is just shut the whole thing down. It's shut down human closeness. That's why depression's on the rise, suicide's on the rise.
Yeah.
All these things are on the rise because of this. And it's already been proven from the WHO and the CDC that everything that's been happening is completely unnecessary. Like, if you want to wear a mask if it helps you feel safe. Or if you want to get a good one that's an N95 that actually protects you from viral material, yeah, get that. Feel safe. That's on you. But it's like, don't force us to just cover our face. Like, you can literally wear anything to cover your face, and they'll be fine with it. A bandana.
Yeah. Oh, well, shit. I see that all the time with the bandana stuff. Matter of fact, I went to get my oil change not too long ago. Motherfucker didn't come in there with a match. He just took his shirt up like this and was just like,
Yeah. That's like at the gym. I was going to Planet Fitness. I switched because of this. They make you wear a mask for 20 feet when you enter the building. But once you walk past the front desk and past this doorway and you get into the gym area, you can take your mask off.
yeah,
And
what's
you
the
can
point?
walk around. It's like, what's the point? So I forgot my mask one day, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll just walk in like this. She's like, no, you can't come in without a mask. And I looked at her, I was like, you serious right now? It took me 20 minutes to get to the gym from where I live. And I was like, are you serious? You're gonna make me go get a mask. I don't have a mask. I left it at home. She's like, well, you can't come in without a mask. I'm like, just for this 20 feet. For this 20 feet, I was, all right, I'm never coming back. I'm gonna cancel my membership. That's what I mean by the socialist Gestapo fucking soldier people. They're trying to enforce these rules because they're more worried about their job than they are worried about their liberty and freedom. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about liberty and freedom.
Some places that I saw, like a few of the Walmarts that I frequent or whatever, they have a greeter outside the door with a box of masks. So like if somebody come in, be like, I forgot my mask, be like, here you go.
Yeah, yeah. Costco does that. A lot of places do that.
Yeah.
Go sit down. Oh man. Anyways.
But
Yeah, dude. It's just one of those virology. And once people you know, read my book, you'll see how I studied,
and
you know.
speaking of the times that we are in and your book and whatnot, had we not had this corona bullshit or whatever, I mean, it was back in the olden times or whatever, where we can go willy nilly and do whatever the fuck we want, slap bitches on the ass and rub my face with
Yeah.
it and whatnot. And no fear of corona and whooping cough or nothing. But
Yeah.
what do you think you'd be doing with this book right now? Do you feel like you would try to be setting up some signings or going out in the world like slanging?
I would definitely do like books, Barnes and Noble book readings and things like that. Yeah. I'll be trying to at least.
Mhm.
But I don't have a shipment of books like this. The books that I'm getting
Yeah,
from
because
Amazon is just 5. Yeah, I probably should have charged my phone, but I'm being
no problem.
irresponsible. But yeah, man, my whole thing is the reason why I wrote my book is because there's more people out there that are like me than there are not.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And my life will show that I've been through everything. Like
Yes.
there's probably there's few scenarios that I haven't been through, and it's that's why it's a memoir of resilience,
Mhm.
because I've bounced back and I found a way around it. Even though my life hasn't been great, it's not a story of greatness. It's a story of walking through the valley of the shadow of death. You know what I mean?
I was about to start finishing words off with the Coolio.
Yeah.
I take a look at my life and
Go sit
realize
down.
there's nothing left.
Yeah. It's one of those things, man. And I want people to know that you're not alone and that it's possible. And my thing is people need to connect. We have to connect. Because depression is one of the greatest pandemics that's happening in this world.
Yeah.
Fuck the corona. It's depression and suicide.
Mhm.
Because depression, suicide, the root to it is feeling lonely and not understood, feeling alone in the world, not like in the literal physical sense, but in the spiritual sense. Nobody should feel alone. And we live in a culture now that where everybody just wants to be distant and selfish, where it's like, I have to worry about me. I have to worry about me. But that's not the way the world should work. It should be like we should be looking out for each other, making sure everybody's pursuing their goals. Like if my friend's down, I'm gonna pick him up. If I'm down, he's gonna pick me up. Stuff like that. It's not necessarily gonna take care of them and do things for them, but
Yeah.
you're gonna have their back when you need them. And that's not the case these days.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that's not good.
It's not at all. I think it's a gift and a curse with because I mean we
Damn.
come from the old timey days of non-social media to where we had to go out and socially interact with people. I mean, people sometimes, everybody wasn't your friend and everybody wasn't friendly. You got bullied and everything and whatever the case may be, but you learned and you grew from that. Now, I think some of it is kind of lacking at a certain point, but the gift and the curse with the social media now is some people that would normally keep that shit inside about being depressed or having suicidal thoughts, they feel more comfortable, being behind this keyboard and putting it out into the ether of the internet, you know. So that's what it is. Sometimes people do it for attention, and that's sad. But at least the ones that get some kind of reprieve, some relief from it, just saying it out loud, putting it out there or whatnot. I mean, it's not all bad. But I think we've lost Tony. He had to go take care of some stuff. I know his battery was low. He was about to die, some shit anyway. But I appreciate him coming on to the show. Check out his book. It's called Mentally Ill, a memoir of resilience. So you can find that on Amazon. I'm not too sure at the time of the recording where else you can get it, but it's definitely on Amazon. You can get it free on Kindle if you have the Kindle Unlimited or Amazon Prime, and you can buy it on paperback right now for $14.99. So yeah, that's your avenues of approach to get the book, support the homie, and let's just get the thing out there. Help it. And whenever my book come out, whenever, it's gonna be a random day in my life that it'll come out. I hope that I have your full support, and just even if you don't read the motherfucker, just buy it or download it or however I have it to get to you, and put it on your coffee table. It'll be a random coffee table book. So yeah, but since I'm here by myself, I'm still talking, running my jibs and whatnot. You can find me on the interwebs at 3R Show on Twitter, at the 3R Show on Instagram, twitch.tv/3R Show on social media. I was about to say on social media platforms, but on twitch.tv. You can also find me on YouTube. I got some videos on there. I mean, you might be watching this video on YouTube, so check that out. And for anything that I may have forgotten to mention, you can find that on randomrob.com. What you also find on randomrob.com is different ways to help support the show, help it grow, and buy computer parts and all this other crap to keep this thing functioning and whatnot. So there's merchandise, there's Amazon affiliate links, there's sponsors like Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. You can go to hooksrubsandspices.etsy.com, and you can get some delicious rubs and seasonings for all your foods, vegetables, everything. It goes on all the stuff. I believe you can probably put that smoke and sweetness on Eggo waffles, and it would probably taste pretty good. I haven't tried it. I don't know from experience, but I'm just saying you probably could, and it'll be all right. Also, you can go to manscaped.com and use promo code RANDOM. You can get 20% off your order plus free shipping. And also, right now, you can go to bluechew.com and you can get your first shipment free by using promo code RANDOM. You only have to pay $5 for shipping. So that was weird for me to say that you get your first shipment free, but you pay $5 shipping. Get your first supply free, pay $5 shipping. There you go. That sounds a little bit better. But yeah. Also, once again, I want to mention that I have a family member that's looking for a living kidney donor. So I know it's a wafty ask, but I gotta ask. If you want more information, go to kidney4chrispage.com. That's kidney, the number 4, Chris, and Page is PAIGE, like the wrestler. Yeah, if you can help with a kidney, that would be fucking awesome. But you can help monetarily. He has a GoFundMe to help with medical expenses and everything, because he still has to go to the doctor and do dialysis and all kind of other shit until he can get a living donor. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for listening and watching if you did either or of those. And I'll see you next time.